Hello everybody, today is April 24th, 2023, and this is my experiment investing $1 a day in 10 different cryptocurrencies and $1 a day in 55 different dividend stocks. So there's that white line, that's the start of the day, and you can see it's been steadily in the downward trend. We look at the 1 week period, we can also see that we've been steadily on the downward trend as well. We look at the 1 month period and we can actually see that it's actually been higher than the 1 month period, where it's ending right this second. 3 month period, you can see it went up, down, and then crazy down again. And then we look at the year to date. We can look right here, January 6, 2023 is when I was investing it first time in my life. And then it started to go way down. And then the banks got bailed out. And then the Fed announced a 0.23% increase. And all of a sudden, everyone started to put money in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And then all of a sudden, it started to go back down again when they announced that there's definitely going to be a recession. Now we come over here and we look at cryptocurrencies, and you can see they're finally coming back down in that sense. We come over here and we look at our stocks, and we can see our stocks are still, many of them are still in the red. Now, all of these stocks are just dividend stocks. If you're joining me for the first time, and you can see what I'm doing here, and just so it's a little bit more transparent in this sense, if we come over here to history, and we look at history, and we look at our dividends, my main goal is to eventually just keep getting paid dividends. Now you can see right here the month of April, all those ones got paid out, and then these ones are the future ones that are going to be paid out. They're already declared and they're going to be paid out as is. And you can see all the way back here, my dividend payments have been going up if you've been watching my videos steadily. How I'm actually doing my investments as of right now. So if you come over here and we look at investing, and under investing, if we come over here and we look at my view recurring investments, you can see what I'm doing here. I'm doing is just $1 a day every single day, and all these different dividend stocks and all these different cryptocurrencies. And that's what I'm doing. And it's kind of like just a set it and forget it strategy. Just, I'm only coming back and checking it every Monday and every Friday. So if you enjoy this content and you want to be notified of how this is doing, weekly, you can go ahead and subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay too. Come back once a week, come back once a month, check out how these videos are doing, check out to see how my investments are doing, and just see where it's landing. Now, it is actually a pretty large investment. So somebody mentioned and commented on one of my other videos is like, exactly how much are you doing? Well, I'm doing $65 a day, 10 in cryptocurrencies, 55 and then 55 different dividend stocks, doing trading days, so Monday through Friday. And I'm doing $10 a day Saturday and Sunday, because cryptocurrencies trade every single day. It's like, why are you investing in cryptocurrencies? Because eventually, if they do ever turn enough profit, I plan to cash in my cryptocurrencies and then turn them into dividend stocks. And it's mainly for the long term, the long haul. I was like, well, what do you mean? Well, if you were to buy and sell my cryptocurrencies in less than a year, so whenever you bought your actual cryptocurrencies, you bought your stocks, and you sell them in less than a year, you're a day trader. And a day trader gets taxed differently compared to if you buy an investment. So say, for example, you put $1 into Bitcoin, for example, and you wait a whole year before you sell that $1 off, then you're taxed different. You're taxed as an investor compared to a day trader. And so that's the main goal here, is eventually to hold on to it. And I know I'm only doing $1 a day, so I have to wait another year, maybe 2 years, before I actually even sell off any of my cryptocurrencies before it becomes an investment instead of just a regular day trader. That's the plan here. And then eventually, sell them off. Or hold on to them and keep them as they're going. And then there's other different avenues that I was looking at as well, that, maybe those are the type of things that I'll go into. I believe there was one that was saying that if you take your money, like your cryptocurrencies, and you donate it, you ever wonder why those rich people, they donate money? It's because when you donate money to a charity, the charity doesn't have to pay taxes on the money that you donate. And then if you set up a specific type of fund, you can get paid off of what you donated every single year. And so there's that opportunity too, that if that ever shoots up or ever becomes that way. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Cryptocurrency has been a nice offset to all my losses for my dividend stocks, because a lot of the dividend stocks that I have, these top ones right here, are finance ones. And how is that organized? See, if you come over here and we go back and we look at this, We have my finance section, my energy and water, consumer goods, manufacturing, all that. From here, from top to bottom, I actually organized it that way. So you can see right here, top to bottom, these are all finance ones, and I have my energy and water ones right here that go down after JP Morgan. And how's it organized for top to bottom? So JP Morgan, one of the last finances one on there, this one is a lower paying dividend yield, so 2.846 compared to, and I organized it a while ago, so these can fluctuate and change based on it, compared to this one, which pays an actual higher dividend yield, 12.894. So I have it set to highest paying dividend yield, highest risk, you can see the most amount of losses, compared to lower paying dividend yield, and actually doing pretty well and less losses in some facts. It doesn't always work the same way for all of them. And the same thing for energy and water, highest paying dividend yield, lowest paying dividend yield, and then the same thing for each one of these in each one of their categories. So the highest, the bottom one is the lower risk ones, where the other ones are the higher risk ones. Now these bottom ones right here all the way up to EFC are finance ones, but these ones are down here at the bottom because these pay me out every single month. And what do you mean by that? So Reality O, if you ever look it up and you do your own research, which I highly advise if you ever plan to do investing in it at all, is Reality O is one of those dividend stocks that actually pay out every single month. Some of these other dividend stocks are here, they don't pay you out month, they pay you out maybe quarterly in that particular sense, and sometimes only 3 times out of the year. So only 3 payments quarterly, and some that do pay you all four quarters. But these bottom ones up to EFC, they pay you out every single month. So something to be aware of, something for you to look at if you ever do decide to do investing in any way. And if you're watching my videos and you're following along and you like this content, please feel free to leave me a comment. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, tell me how I can improve, what kind of better content I can give out to everybody. I'm doing this for everybody else in a sense of education and helping people to understand, this is how a beginner investor has never really invested in his life. He's close to his 40s. All I've ever done was put money in the bank, let it sit in the bank, and I've never ever thought about what I'm going to do, for my future. And then now I'm thinking, okay, I want to be able to have a passive income that is going to not be super taxed in that sense. And that's the other thing, the reason why I'm doing it this way, where you come over here and I look at my dividend payments, as of right now with the tax laws, that could change. But as of right now, you can make up to $80,000 worth of dividends if you have no other income and not have to pay any taxes on it. That's a huge win for me if I'm thinking about it for my long-term goals as 20, 25 years or more from now. If I can be paid enough dividends, then I can, do a lot better. Because I look at my grandmother or people that are retired right now, and they're like, oh, your Social Security actually counts as your income. So if you have a large amount of Social Security or other type of incomes or avenues, you still get taxed on it when it comes tax season, and it counts as part of your money. So you have to take all that into account when you're pulling money out of your 401k. If you have a 401k or you have other type of income that's coming in, you have to think about that the taxes are going to come in and you're going to have to start paying for it. And so my thoughts is, okay, dividend payments is a passive way for making income. Eventually it doesn't get taxed as much, and that's my plan. That's my long-term goal, long-term strategy. We'll see how that pans out. Now obviously at a 4% yield, to get 80,000, you got to have at least $2 million invested. I may only have like 500,000 if I'm lucky at that time with the way I'm going right now. But even at 500,000, we'll be looking at maybe $1,000 every single month, so $12,000 a year maybe. I don't know exactly where I'm going to end up. That's where I have my other secondary plan for cryptocurrencies, cash those out, and if those don't work out, I have no idea what's going to happen. But we're just investing for the long term, $1 a day, small amount. See what happens. If you enjoy this content, smash the like button, leave me a comment. If you want to subscribe, feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, come back once a week, come back once a month, or however you feel like coming back. See how this is doing. Thank you for being here with me today, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day.